Buyers are in full control of the Abbotsford Detached market right now. With 8 months of inventory, you have more options than ever before. But here's the truth. More choice also increases the chances of you making a mistake. And the wrong decision could cost your family thousands of dollars. When you're upgrading to a detached home, you have worked hard and saved for years for this moment to come. You want a cozy family home in a safe neighborhood, a yard for the kids and the pets, and the peace of putting down roots. In today's video, I'm going to walk you through the mistakes you should avoid in a buyer's market. Here's the challenge. Detached homes are expensive. There's tons of inventory to choose from, and all the noise around interest rates and mortgages can be confusing. I know you don't want to make the wrong move or look foolish, especially with their kids depending on you. And let's get real. Buying your first detached home shouldn't feel like a gamble. It should feel honest, clear, and guided every step of the way. Here are the 10 things you should never agree to when buying your first detached home in a buyer's market. The first one is waiving your home inspection. One of the worst mistakes you can make in any market, especially in a buyer's market, is waiving a home inspection. Yes, sometimes you might have a cousin or a relative that is in construction, and you probably think to yourself, hey, I can probably do a walkthrough with my uncle or cousin because they have a lot of experience. But I'm here to tell you from first-hand experience, this is one of the biggest mistakes buyers make. Especially if you're buying a detached home, you're looking at spending anywhere between $550 to $600 for a home inspection, where the home inspector is going to do a walkthrough of the exterior, looking at the foundation of the home. They're going to do a walkthrough on the roof. They're going to check out things like the electrical, plumbing, test the appliances, windows, all the good stuff. And not only that, but they're going to do an infrared scan of your home just to check for any hidden water moisture or water leak that the sellers might not have disclosed or known about. So when you're thinking about waiving a home inspection, there's a possibility you're taking a liability of thousands of dollars of uncovered or hidden cost that could have been found through an inspection. Number 2, accepting every issue on the home inspection report. Right now, sales for Abbotsford detached homes have slowed down. Once you have an accepted offer, you've gotten a home inspection done, and if there's significant issues that have come up, you have an opportunity to go back to the seller 2 ways. You can either ask the sellers to make those repairs, or you can ask for a credit through an addendum that you'll get for the cost of replacing or making those repairs. Just recently, one of my buyers purchased a home here in East Abbotsford. It was an older home that needed a ton of work, but after the home inspection was done, my buyer found out there were thousands of dollars of repairs or things that needed to be replaced right away. Being the good realtor I am, I contacted the listing agent. I was able to get my buyer $20,000 off the purchase price in terms of a credit. The third thing is getting pulled into bidding wars. There's not many bidding wars happening these days, but if there is a potential property that you like and you viewed right away, and there's another offer on the table, you don't want to get in a bidding war. And here's the reason why. Suppose there's a beautiful home that just came on the market here in East Abbotsford. It's priced well, shows well, and it got a ton of showings within the first couple of days, and they have an offer, but you're also interested in making an offer. What any good listing agent is going to do is, once a listing agent has an offer for that property, they're going to inform all of the buyer's agents, letting them know that, hey, we have an offer, we're presenting it at this time. Does your client want to present an offer? In most cases right now, I'm telling my buyers one of 2 things. A, we should just wait just to see how the first offer plays out. And the second thing is, if the home is still available, we're better off making an offer when the first offer is not in play, because the sellers have no leverage in that case. Number 4, rushing into the first home you see. Right now, when we're helping buyers, my team and I, we're showing them a couple of homes before they make a final decision. We're always advising them, hey, if you like the first home, we want to show you a couple more comparables that you can see and get a feel for different floor plans, neighborhoods, so you can make an informed decision. Long story short, view a couple of homes or several of homes before you make an offer. Number 5, relying on verbal agreements. This is what I mean. Suppose you got a home inspection done on a particular home that you have an accepted offer in, and you're interested in buying. And there's a couple of issues that have come up in the home inspection, and the seller has said to you that, hey, don't worry about it, we'll get those things repaired, no big deal. One thing that you always want to do is get things in writing through an addendum that both the sellers and buyers have agreed on. And here's the reason why. Once it's signed and both parties have agreed, it becomes binding. If the seller says that, hey, we'll credit you a couple of $1,000s at completion, or we'll make particular repairs, Now they're obligated to make those repairs legally. Number 6, avoid buying the cheapest of the cheapest homes on the market. There's a very good reason that a particular home in a neighborhood is listed for $850,000 when other homes in that same neighborhood in East Abbey are selling anywhere between $1.1 to $1.2 million. There's a reason why that home is listed below market value in comparison to other homes in the neighborhood. It needs a lot of TLC, renovations, and it's going to cost you a lot of time and money. So right now, when we have buyers, especially those buyers that are upgrading to a detached home, we're always advising them that, hey, yes, you might have an appetite for doing renovations, but one thing that we want to keep in mind with all the uncertainty with the economy and the tariff war is material, especially for renovation, has gone up. We really don't know the dollar figure it's going to take to do the renovations of your liking. In this case, you're better off buying a home that is turnkey. Number 7, skipping due diligence. Here are a couple of things. Not reviewing title, not reviewing different easements, liens, or things on title that are going to affect not only the property that you buy, but a home that you want to enjoy and live in. One of the things we always do, no matter if our clients are buying a townhome or a detached home, we always get a legal opinion from a lawyer that reviews the title search for them. The second thing is when you have an accepted offer, you want to get a quote for fire and home insurance. Just recently, one of the homes my clients had an accepted offer on, that home had an older roof and poly B pipe. One of the things that the home insurance company told my buyers is that, hey, we'll give you home insurance for the poly B piping, but here's the thing, if there's any water leaks and there's claims made, we're not reinsuring that home until that poly B piping is replaced and upgraded to PEX piping. Number 8, letting the sellers dictate the deal. With 8 months of inventory, you're in charge. If you make an offer on a certain property and you feel like that home is overpriced and your offer is at market value and the sellers aren't budging in terms of price or other terms of the contract, it's time to move on. I always guarantee that if there's a particular neighborhood that you're interested in, whether it's the Sandy Hill area, Augustin, or Eagle Mountain, there's always a good chance there are a couple of homes listed in the neighborhood. Right now on Eagle Mountain, I just finished doing a buyer's tour, and on the same street there was 2 homes listed for sale, and the price difference between the list price was almost $100,000 between the 2 homes. Number 9, never buy a tenanted property. And here's the reason why. As a first-time home buyer, you probably want to get keys to your home within the first month or 2. When you're buying a tenanted property, you have to give notice to the seller, which is passed on to the tenant, saying the buyer named John or Sally are planning on moving into this home on this certain date. With the recent rule changes, buyers have to provide a tenant with a 3-month notice for the tenant to move and vacate the property. The last thing is avoid a home that needs ton of renovation or TLC. Like we talked about earlier in this video, when you're buying a home that needs renovation, you have to factor those things into your purchase price. And the thing is, you don't know the total cost of what it's going to take for renovation costs until you start doing those renovations. A better option is buying a home that has renovations done to it. All you have to do is move into that home. When you're thinking of upgrading to a detached home, you have worked hard to save money and take action to upgrade. You want to make sure that you have the right real estate team helping guide you. If you want to book a meeting with my team and I, all you have to do is click the first link in the description below. I'm Gary Dhindsa, and we'll see you next week.